we're here at the 2010 OneMedForum in San Francisco, and right now I'm joined with Kerry Pope with Viveve. And Kerry, tell me a little bit about your company.
Viveve is a women's sexual health company. We're focused on restoring women's sexual satisfaction that has declined as a result of the natural physical effects of vaginal childbirth. The Viveve procedure, and Viveve is about a procedure as opposed to a technology, is minimally invasive. It's an office-based procedure, requires no anesthesia, and the early data shows that it's very effective in its intended purpose.
Is this a cosmetic procedure?
Viveve is not a cosmetic procedure. The natural vaginal childbirth is a natural function. The body state post-vaginal delivery is a natural state. The tissues are healing in a stretched state. They're overstretched, and we are simply restoring the tissue to a state that's much more akin to its state prior to birth.
Okay, great.
So we do not change the appearance of the body in any way.
Is your customer the physician or the patient in this case?
You know, that's a great question, and actually it's both. Our quantitative research has indicated to us that there's not a good communication between the GYN and his or her patient about this condition, yet the quantitative research definitively states that the physicians believe that it's an underreported condition, and the patients believe that, or state that it's a significant concern to them. So we believe that the Viveve procedure is going to be a conversation platform for the patients and the GYNs to discuss the condition. And we must focus our own messages towards both groups, both the gynecologist and the patient. We think the patient is largely going to drive awareness about the procedure through social media, and we believe that the gynecologist will be waiting for the clinical data yet to come in order to endorse the procedure for their patient.
So you're talking about social media. This is really maybe kind of a word of mouth kind of thing?
Well, everyone describes us as a parallel to Viagra and Cialis, and 10 years ago or more, when Pfizer came out with the Viagra campaign, they spent tens of millions of dollars on advertising in order to promote awareness. And back then, everybody kind of snickered because, you know, Bob Dole got on national TV and talked about ED. Well, it's kind of brought it out of the closet, and we believe that the patients themselves will bring this topic out into open discussion. And yes, 10 years ago, there wasn't Twitter, there wasn't Facebook, there wasn't YouTube, and we believe all of those media outlets are going to allow, or media channels are going to allow the patients to talk with each other and with their professionals about the condition and then about the procedure.
Parallel to that, tell me a little bit more about the demand for the procedure.
Well, big numbers are thrown around a lot, and we've had a problem cutting the size of our market down to a believable number. And we believe in the U.S. That the demographic states very clearly that there's a 6 to 8 million woman available market. 2 to 3 million of those will be immediate adopters. In other words, they are waiting for the procedure. When they become aware of it, they'll seek it out, and they're willing to pay for it. Interestingly, outside the U.S., and especially in Asia, the demand is even more significant. And we have early market development activities in Japan, Singapore, and China already underway. And we've also learned, through initial research, that South America cultural preferences indicate that this will be in very high demand as well.
And I understand that you've completed some clinical trials. How did those go?
Very well. Sometimes clinical trials can go too well and nobody believes the results. We performed the procedure on 24 women. There were virtually no adverse events. Each procedure was about 30 minutes long. The women went back to work or went back to home or went to the gym or whatever. They reported 100% of them reported at 30 days significantly improved vaginal tightness. At month 3, it continued, and at month 6, it continued. And then there was also a statistically significant improvement in sexual satisfaction amongst those women at the same time points, months 1, 3, and 6. So we're very encouraged by the early data.
Great. You're here at the 2010 forum. What do you hope to gain from being here?
Well, we're starting to get the word out about the company. We're still very small. We just recently made our first press release back in November announcing the company's name change, and we simply want to begin to get the story out and gain access to both investors and partners, particularly partners outside the United States, for commercialization of the product.
Great. Well, thank you, Kerry. It's been
Thank
a pleasure
you, Alicia.
speaking with you, and good luck in the future.
Thank you.